Bonjour, my name is Pierre Baron de Coubertin, and I know everything about the Olympics. Really. For example, do you know what is the bloodiest Olympic sport ever? I do. Maybe you're thinking, soccer. After all, soccer is war is a very famous quote, and it is true sometimes. But it can be worse. You see, strangely, the Olympic movement is all about peace, but the events are often inspired by real battlefields. For example, javelin throw. A javelin is, after all, a weapon that has to be thrown as far as you can. It is very graceful and simple. Although, in 1912, at the Stockholm Olympics, contestants had to throw the javelin with the left and the right hand. What about shot put? In the Middle Ages, it was done with cannonballs. Or chariot racing, a spectacular event that even looked like war. Or what about shooting? During Olympic history, there has been shooting with pistols, rifles, and bows. People shot at all kinds of targets: clay pigeons, real-life pigeons, and not so real running deer. There is, of course, fencing, this subtle and artistic answer to sword fighting. But nowadays it looks a bit like two beekeepers having an argument. Or boxing, a sport that was originally fought without gloves, but became a bit more subtle later on. What about wrestling? Very traditional, but not very effective in war. In 2004, wrestling for women migrated from the mud circuit to the Olympic calendar. Unfortunately, they decided on using the Olympic rules, which I think was an opportunity missed. And do not forget Taekwondo and Judo. Very old, very traditional, very lethal, but essentially sports for two people in pajamas who have no intention of sleeping together. No. You see, most sports I mentioned are acts of war transformed into a sport. For example, when there were no people to throw javelins at, it was decided to find out who could make the longest throw. Simple, right? Yes, but there is one sport that was not inspired by war, but was designed to become better on the battlefield. This sport started with Xenophon, a Greek historian and soldier that lived around 400 before Christ. He understood that when you totally controlled your horse, it would become invaluable in battle. He was the first real horse whisperer, and he wrote a book with exercises for horses, so everybody could teach his horse to move sideways, turn quickly, pirouette, and keep moving in place, thus making it a lot easier in battle to kill people. These exercises that were designed to learn to kill on a horse eventually evolved into a real Olympic sport, the most bloody of them all, called dressage. A sport that may look innocent now, but as you understand, it is not. If we look at Dutch dressage legend Ankie van Grunsven, we see a great Olympic champion. But Xenophon would have recognized her for what she really is: a Greek goddess of war. Really? Do you want to know everything about the Olympics? Go to www.pianos.com. Really.